for the YouTube channel. Okay, the recording is underway. So let's go ahead and get right into the weather. So a quick look at the forecast for those that don't have a whole lot of time to watch the whole thing. I try to put the forecast right at the beginning. For Thursday, expect mostly clear skies with some patchy cloud will be possible. High temperatures near 77, low temperature near 60 at night. And then Friday, breezy conditions with cloud thickening up a little bit. Sunny spells and clouds. Highs again near 77, low temperature near 60. Now, the winds are going to be mostly out of the southeast, and so it's going to be a little cooler at the beaches. Now, Saturday, cloud thickens up further. Outbreaks or showers possible late in the day or overnight. High temperature near 80 degrees. Low temperatures generally 60, 62. And then Sunday, showers and storms increasingly likely, more so in the afternoon. High temperature generally lower 80s. Lows in the low 60s. So let's get into the potential for severe weather. There is going to be some sort of severe weather risk when we get into early next week. And again, this far out, it's really hard to get a handle exactly on the timing and what to expect. Let me get that on the radio. So anyway, but I just want to give everyone a heads up on this, that this potential does exist, that there is a potential for strong or severe thunderstorms. Now, this area has expanded over the last couple of forecast runs, if you will. And right now, Flagler County is just south of the area of concern, but this area may expand further as this system gets closer to us and the forecast gets tweaked. Just the same, this area might get contracted as well. So it's just too early to know just yet. But damaging wind gusts, large hail, and isolated tornadoes are all among the risks that this area could face at the early part of next week. Again, we're right on the edge of it at this point, but we'll just have to see how it shakes out. So do stay tuned with forecasts as we go into the weekend. And of course, if there's any big changes, we'll be sure to come online and talk about those by Saturday. So let's go ahead and roll right along here. And just a reminder, you can get those severe weather warnings by signing up for Alert Flagler. It is a free service provided by Flagler County Emergency Management. FlaglerCounty.gov/alertflagler. You get hooked up for that, and it's completely free to sign up. So let's get more into the details of our expected weather. High pressure system has been our main weather feature in keeping things dry generally. That is slowly moving off to the east, and then a warm front is going to develop. You kind of see a system here in Texas. There's a warm front that's going to develop out over the Gulf and up over Florida, and then that system's going to gradually come northward as we get to maybe Saturday, Sunday, and then a stronger cold front, this one way over here, which is bringing storms off to the northwest, that gets to us as part of that system by Monday, and then that will in turn bring a round of potentially strong or severe storms into the region as we go into Monday, and then cooler weather as we go into the first part of next week. Now, there are some models that stall that front out over Florida, and if that indeed happens and we could be in for a fair amount of rain next week, we'll have to wait and see how that shakes out. There are some models that push that front all the way to the south and some other models that stall it out. Stalling it out would be good, and I'll explain why in a few minutes. But that's, a lot of what ifs and maybes right now once we get past Sunday. But we're pretty certain on how the next few days are going to play out. For tomorrow, some patchy cloud will dot the skies, staying dry. High temperature 75 to 80. You're going to find the warmer readings inland as the east wind begins to develop. That'll keep the beaches cooler. And that wind might get a little breezy at times, too, out of the east. Low temperatures overnight near 60. Again, warmer right near the beaches. Now, as we go into Friday, some mostly clear skies, but some cloud will start to build in maybe in the afternoon. Warm, high temperatures 77 to 80 degrees. Low temperatures 60 to 65 degrees. And breezy, though, right along the beaches. And then Saturday, thickening cloud. Outbreaks of showers can be expected late. High temperature 78 to 81 degrees. Low temperature 60 to 63. And we could see some rain developing in those late night hours. Again, Saturday, Sunday weather a little in flex right now as the models and stuff come together. But expect the weather to start to turn unsettled into the second part of the weekend. So Sunday, chance of showers and thunderstorms. Showers and storms likely in the afternoon. High temperatures near 78 degrees. Low temperatures near 57. That's the way things are looking right now. But again, this can change depending on how things shake out with this weather system. So there could be a lot of changes in this, but the rain chances have been trending upward over the last several forecast runs, and that's definitely good because we do need that rainfall. Now, again, I'll explain why that is in just a bit. So, take a look at our long-range forecast. This takes us right into the beginning part of April. Look for temperatures to be notably above normal on the average, and above normal precipitation. We'll take that. We can use that extra rainfall. Now, as we get into even longer range, this is a longer long range. This takes us into the middle part of April. And I think I skipped here. So I did skip a slide. So longer range, this takes us into the second week of April. Near normal precipitation and then above normal temperatures can be expected. Now, the longer long range, expecting as we go into the middle part of April, below normal precipitation for us and above normal temperatures for the area as well. And that might not necessarily be good news because we are in the wildfire season. Now, let's talk about that. There are currently 2 contained fires that the Florida Forest Service is monitoring right now. The first one out here by Deanville. This is out here in the southwest part of Flagler County, a few miles to the north of Lake Diston. And that one was 24 acres. It is being monitored by Florida Forest Service. It is fully contained at this point. Then we have a smaller fire that's over here just north of, this is out near Lake Crescent, just north of that, right near Andalusia. That was about a half acre, if I remember correctly. And that one is contained as well. And then another one just north of the county line, another half acre, also contained. We did have a couple others out here, but they have been put all the way out. They're no longer of concern. These will continue to be monitored by the Florida Forest Service. So let's talk about the fire danger. And things have been creeping in the wrong direction. So our drought index now is up to 389. And again, this is the scale. 400 is halfway. And then 500 is when we start getting into trouble. So right now, just a reminder just remind folks how this works. 0 is considered completely soaking wet, and 800 is considered desert-like conditions. So we continue to linger right in the middle of that scale. So fire danger is currently listed as high right now. And again, that drought index number, 389 as of right now. And it has been trending upward. Now, if that rainfall forecast comes to be, if we can get some rain in here, this can actually knock these numbers down. But the concern is if we get thunderstorms and we don't get a lot of rain, the resulting lightning can cause more wildfires, especially if they get going out on the west side of the county. So that will have to be watched as we go through the next several days. How much rain do we get? Do we get lightning? And we could easily get into a lot of problems with wildfires if we don't get a lot of rain in the near future. So this is the way things are standing right now. Again, all of these numbers are in flux. These numbers are updated every day by the Florida Forest Service. But we are getting into some of these areas, and even places in southern Flagler County are now over that 500 threshold. So this 389 is the average for the whole county. But points like in very far southern county by Rima Ridge, Lake Diston, places like that are now in that 500 threshold. So you could have some wildfire problems down that way. At the beaches, surf 1 to 2 feet. Surf temperature chilly. 62 degrees. Low risk of rip currents. This will increase by the weekend. The Weather Service is forecasting an increase in dangerous rip currents, possibly a high risk as we get to the weekend. So if you're going to the beaches, just be aware of that. If you got friends down for spring break, make sure they understand clearly how to get out of rip currents. And UV index continues to be very high. Make sure you are wearing sunblock or sun protection if outside in the sun, even if you're not at the beach. So thank you. That's going to wrap it up. We thank everyone for joining us tonight. Again, follow us on Facebook. We have a TikTok account, Instagram, and Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. We just started a YouTube channel as well. You can find us there with the same video you just watched will be presented. And also, if you just joined up here and you've missed the beginning of this, you can rewind and rewatch it as well. Everybody out there, have a great evening, and thank you for watching. Our next update is expected to be this weekend. Most likely Sunday night, but that'll be driven by the weather. Take care.